Well, hey everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me again today. If you like the video at the end, or even now, give it a thumbs up. Appreciate you subscribing. So next in line is a guitar that I picked up maybe, I don't know, 3 months ago or something like that. But it's a guitar that I have been on the hunt for really since I was a kid. And that is because of one reason. Back to the Future. My favorite movie of all time is Back to the Future. With that comes a red ES type guitar. And I have had a few different type of ES guitars over the years trying to find the right one. I had an Epiphone inspired by Gibson 335 that came out a few years ago. It was a great guitar for the price, and for what it was really solid. So I wanted to buy a one of the current Gibson 335s, but just couldn't handle the price tag currently. So I went down the rabbit hole, and locally there was someone selling a guitar on Facebook Marketplace called the Gibson 333. And I had heard of these a long time ago, but I just kind of forgot about it and didn't really think much about it. But come to find out, from my understanding, I think in the early 2000s, maybe for 2 or 3 years, Gibson made a guitar called the Gibson 333. The idea was that it was going to be a budget line Gibson 335. Basically, it's a 335 missing a few appointments. The headstock logo doesn't have like an inlay like a lot of other Gibsons have. It's got dots instead of maybe blocks or something. No pick guard, no pickup covers, and a satin finish. And so when I picked up the 333, it had that. It had the quality I was looking for of a Gibson. And personally, I think I actually prefer this guitar than any new 335 coming off the line right now, primarily because of the finish. So this guitar has a satin finish, which is just real thin. I believe it's nitro. I'm assuming it's nitro. But it almost has a vintage look to it. I feel like the new Gibsons coming off the line are awesome. But even though they're nitro, they seem to be pretty high gloss. And just personally, I like the look, especially for something like this that just has a more thinner finish, a more vintage type look. And this one definitely has that. I actually recently just had some work done to this guitar. One being we added pickup covers. Before it was just black coils, which was a cool look, but I just wanted the more classic look for this guitar. Ordered a pick guard from Cream Tone. They make a super close replica, all same spec to like a 1960s Gibson ES guitar. And so that's what's on here. This is a long pick guard, which I felt just looked a little bit better than the short. Also had a trapeze tailpiece put on this, which is more in line with the vintage Back to the Future kind of look, which is what I was going for. You know, I know that guitar had a Bigsby on it. This to me just works for what I'm doing. Removed the stop tailpiece because of the trapeze. But because of that, there was 2 holes here. And which didn't bother me, but wanted to find something to fill the holes, like a screw or something. And a friend of mine at church actually had 2 specific screws that like fit perfectly in there. And it's the little things, y'all. And that just made me really happy. It's got a really neat neck. I love the neck. It's a pretty thin, kind of D shape, I guess, neck on it. But I like that. To be able to play a little bit quicker and just kind of, you know, that kind of thing. So It's awesome. I do have a bit of a surprise that I'm not going to share until the end of the video. So you got to watch the end of the video, but I'm not going to tell you what amp I'm playing through. The amp that I'm playing through is going to blow your mind when you find out what this thing is. As far as pedals, I'm running no reverb in the amp, just running reverb through the Strymon Flint, maybe kicking in the Strymon El Cap for some delay type stuff. And then I've got my trusty old Fulldrive 2 made by Fulltone. Anyway, here we go. Roll back the tone just a little bit. Turn on some overdrive. All right, let's go to the bridge pickup. Definitely get some old kind of classic 70s rock out of it. Now I'm going to turn the boost on the Fulldrive. Here we go. Thank you guys so much for watching this video today. Hope you liked it. Please like it and subscribe. All right, now it is time for me to reveal which amp I was using today. So here we go. Yeah, I know. Kind of hard to believe, right? That thing sounds pretty darn good. That is a Fender Rumble 25 bass amp. Solid state, nothing fancy. You can find at any Guitar Center, music store, anywhere. Maybe 150 bucks, something like that. I had bought that for my son a few years ago. He was wanting to play bass, and so we picked that little bass amp up. And, you know, I was taking my Matchless amp back and forth to church all the time. And so I was like, man, it'd be nice just to have something here at the house that I can plug into and play and just kind of jam on. Man, that sounds awesome. Obviously not a deluxe reverb or anything like that. But for the price, you really can't go wrong. Just for something at home to record with, play around with, or make YouTube videos. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a great week.